back into pick some bans.
Are we gonna say the Veigar ban is first ban?
Varus.
Veigar.
That's one character with a V. If they're gonna ban it, they're gonna do it now.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like first ban. Oh no.
Galio.
Concordia like should be like kill one ban Veigar while ultimate BM.
I have no idea if the sound levels are looking nice. So if anyone in the Twitch chat, I don't think there's anyone, but if you guys want to
spam what face if it's really bad.
If it's probably about making stickers and yeah, okay. I just looked at my own voice. Not bad.
So right now we have GG banned.
GG. Amumu. Amumu permaban. Do you think you'd live the day to see an Amumu permaban game?
Probably not. The champion tile makes it so perfect too. Like he looks like he's like contemplating life from being banned. So no Veigar ban right now means he's open to be picked up pretty much right away.
I don't think they'd pick it right away because it's like it's still a champ that could get abused, but
nah man, just insta lock it, you know, the good old days. Everyone yelled the role. Isn't it weird looking back and remembering that, like when we had to like all load in and like see which role we wanted in ranked, because there was no selection.
It's still like that in normal blind pick games, but I remember
it's
being
not
like
the
less.
Same though.
I actually prefer it that way because like if you looked up somebody in like in LoL King back in the day or whatever we were using, and you saw he was like super good at mid, just give him mid.
Now yeah, no, but what I'm saying as a joke is like it was like your ELO mattered back then. Yeah. So you're like super net's like no fuck you, I'm ADC.
And now this guy gets mid, and you're like, all right, you could go mid, and he picks Yasuo, goes 0-10 million. You're like,
yeah, you look at his OP.GG, and you're like, oh no.
It's like a 10% win rate.
First game is always the greatest.
Especially after placements, I think I was getting a lot of players that had like a 10% win rate or 20%. Veigar's Lair, so pretty much identical compositions, nothing changing.
Except for Gnar being not able to be picked.
Yeah, except for Gnar. Oh, they really felt,
I guess. Do a proxy Gnar. Who's close to Gnar? Dr. Mundo for no reason. Just pick Dr. Mundo.
The bot lane here for UMBC actually pretty strong.
A lot bigger. Yeah.
Pretty much ensures that Tristana can't die.
Also, you have to remember that spit damage on an enemy is high, so they can satchel charge someone, spit them out, and let the satchel charge finish them. Kind of cheesy, but it works.
Super weird that Sign's being banned. Overall power pick in the meta right now, and the Vladimir ban is against ZZ, obviously, but kind of weird.
Yeah. See, that's also a thing that, like, when you look back, you know, like, if someone told you when AP Sign was, I think, oh yeah, in, like, 4 years, Sign's gonna be super broken, but he's gonna be, like, a full-on tank. You'd be like, what?
Oh, UMBC actually really narrowing Alas's champion pool.
Yeah.
So, like, almost 5 top lane bans. Like, I know Alas does play Galio, plays it in solo queue, Gnar as well.
Sign's always just
Vladimir could possibly be a flex, and Sion is just a overall power ban.
Yeah.
And Cho'Gath has always been pretty okay too. So.
And the thing you have to remember is maybe he doesn't play it, but there's also 2 top laners banned on Concordia's side. So that really narrows the pool pretty hard.
I'm gonna pick Lux into Veigar. I asked Easy before the game, and he said Veigar destroys Lux, so... I think we're gonna see a Maokai come out. Just gonna put it out there.
Best ult noise too. The sounds like a from what was it called? Thump from Mario. Whoop. Oh, Poppy.
It did used to be a Poppy one trick back in the day, and
When Poppy had the most broken ult, where you just ulted their support and destroyed everyone else.
I know.
Or after rework.
I was reading some Reddit posts on how champions used to, mostly the new champions, how they spam their voice lines now. And Poppy, when she came out, they had to reduce the amount of time she actually talked.
Yeah.
Actually, Garen gonna be locked in. All right, this is a pick that I usually play.
Because it's safe or just strong?
Because it's stupid, but because like
nobody expects the Demacian Treadle.
Nobody expects like Thunderlord's Garen to run at you like 10 million miles an hour and kill you. But Garen being locked in versus Poppy is
actually kind of strong, believe it or not.
It does all right. I'm just afraid that Garen is very one-dimensional, especially the composition UMBC is running, where they're gonna try to make Garen run at a team of very much CC champions, where
I guess it's kind of a fear of Veigar, that if you maybe silence Veigar, they have a chance, but he has to get close. And
if Concordia stays grouped together and just wards their flanks, Garen's not going to do anything in this game.
He'll do handstands, okay?
Maybe it could be one of the effects of the top lane pool being narrowed so much that just Garen just doesn't know, or the top laner just felt like, I need to fall back on something and I don't know what. Garen seems nice. Or unless Garen is super broken in this patch and I have no clue what I'm talking about.
We see Garen with like stopwatch and like all the old skills, just like, hey, wait for Fusan bring back like old items too. Like he has Zeke's Herald, not Zeke's Harbinger. Just like, wait a second.
Garen is super broken in ARM, where you get Dark Harvest and you just one-shot people. That's super funny.
Yeah. What was it I saw one day that made me laugh? I saw Dark Harvest Karthus, I think, once, and I was cracking up. That was another global that they had to nerf. Remember when Karthus's taunt was global, or his shout thingy?
What? I don't know.
And Teemo's laugh was the same thing. There's always the joke that Teemo's a global taunt.
Those were bugs, though.
Please, we prefer the term features.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hesitant about taking a commercial break because I feel like the stream is gonna die. We're gonna do it anyways.
It's fine though, we're doing fairly well.
I'm gonna do it on Twitch. On Facebook, I'll just leave it running. So on Twitch, I'll take a break.
Everyone's gonna switch to Facebook.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Are we back on Twitch?
No, we are. Now we are. Now it's fixed.
The old Garen in a bush meme.
I really don't know what Garen's gonna do in this matchup.
Handstands.
He also picked Guardian as his. Oh no, he puts Grasp of being dying. Alright.
Grasp is actually fairly good with Garen because he's got that. I'm guessing he's trying to just kind of out-sustain Poppy, might be the logic in lane, so Poppy has to keep backing and eventually gets a gold advantage. But it's going to be hard because if Zac ganks, it's going to be a little bit harder to sustain that, you know what I mean? Eventually he will have to back.
Since I think he's going to want to go as Black Cleaver first item, he's going to be very squishy early on. We'll see how this plays out.
Maybe he'll pick
weird.
Maw over Black Cleaver, actually, because Maw will help earlier on, even though it'd be kind of like a more, I don't know, horizontal power spike for the lack of a better term. It might be beneficial for Veigar that he could actually get to Veigar with some reliability.
So Wheezy actually going to mirror the start again. Gonna opt to start his blue buff and then do wolves, looks like. Jarvan gonna do his raptor. Jarvan actually taking so much damage from these raptors. We have a fight bot lane. Forcing out Rourke's flash immediately.
Yeah, which is very bad. Because part of the thing is you could flash away as Tom, right? With someone in your stomach, which helps.
Or at least flash eat them if they get in a dangerous situation. Now they have a 5-minute window.
Garen actually coming on top at the trade in the top lane. And he's going to get that health back if he stays kind of back, so he's going to kind of win the trades. I think that's what maybe just try to get to and Poppy him, and then he could benefit because he could just keep farming away.
Poppy level 2, not really the biggest of damage dealers.
Poppy, I think, arguably has one of the weakest level 2 spikes, right?
She's alright. I mean, she's not the one to put out the big...
It's not like Draven, where Draven becomes level 2 and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like, she's kind of like Bard, like his level 2 is eh. Like, it doesn't hurt you, but it doesn't really full out benefit you.
So all the gold lead right now on Lux and Garen.
Taking almost no damage there from his W.
DZ notably playing versus Nemesis. He says he hates playing versus Lux players. All they do is that, stand a million miles away in EU.
Or she could be spamming laugh too in between E's.
No, you don't do that. That's annoying. Don't do that.
It's the tilter. I know, it's annoying. I don't do it because I feel bad. Everyone's had that time where they get killed by Lux and they laugh and you kind of just cry yourself inside. Just crying a little bit.
I'm so happy I can mute emotes. Now, I think my favorite thing is just muting emotes. Especially the Alistar cowbell where everyone...
You can mute that?
Yeah, it's so great.
It's the greatest thing ever though.
I mean, it's nice if you're out.
It's not fun when you're playing against Alistar and that's all they do.
Because it's like, all you hear in your headphones is tok, 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 tok. And like, I work in a place where I hear cowbells all the time. Hearing them when I play video games, I don't want to.
Where do you work?
I don't know if you've ever watched the CFL game, but like, anything super Canadian, they just have cowbells all the time.
That and offense to the letter D, and they go defense like NFL.
They do that in the States too.
Yeah, that's like I said, just like the US.
So.
Just we apologize after. Sorry.
Easy change his heal to teleport, come back to lane, grab that CS.
Flash about halfway back for Tom, a little bit more than that.
So every lane about even. The only one that's a bit falling behind is very much Zac. It's mostly because Jarvan opted to do his Raptors and is going to do them a second time, and I don't think Wheezy has done them out at all yet.
Poppy taking a lot of damage there. But she does have a golden advantage now. She's actually ahead of Garen. She's taking away that farm lead.
Very much with Pop, just her buckler.
Yeah, and her Q is really good at clearing leads.
The fact
too.
that buckler works with Grass of the Undying kind of goes in
kind
Poppy's.
of insane.
Yeah, it goes really in Poppy's advantage.
Does it behave as a ranged attack for the grasp, or does it still count as melee?
I'm not sure. I think counts as a ranged attack, but
So it does have slight diminished returns, but it's still beneficial because you're getting it from ranged.
yep.
I shall return to this establishment.
Lux going for that tier. Probably gonna go Saras right now. We saw ZZ get that Saras pretty late. Now buy the tier also. Currently ahead of Lux. Stacking it a lot faster.
It's also one of those things where he's not necessarily afraid of Lux yet. Because I don't think she's at that point where she could truly one-shot him, so he's safer to pick it up now and start stacking than build something somewhat tanky and start on it later. So you kind of have like this, what's the better option moment.
Shieldy. Shield to the face. This character just doesn't stop talking.
Poppy?
Yeah.
You know who else doesn't stop talking? Sona.
I mean, she never starts.
That's why she can never stop.
Wait, she does talk. She only says, only you can hear me, summoner. Even though they removed summoners from the League of Legends.
Oh, is it completely removed from the lore now?
Yeah.
Then they have to rename summoner spells too.
Yep.
Just called spells.
Oh, Lux almost stealing that away. Cheeky.
That's the
Very
thing
cheeky.
that sucks about retcon, huh? Like sometimes there's really cool lore and you wish it stayed. Like I miss old Xerath lore, where he was like literally like an omnipotent god.
What face?
You don't remember that?
No, I hate lore.
I think if it's done really well, it's like really cool. And it's sometimes nice, the interactions, but sometimes it's kind of weird.
I do think the interactions are nice. I don't like how lore just kind of ends there, and it's like, oh, if you want to know what happens next, you'll never find out. Oh, gank onto
Tune
mid lane.
into the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Forcing out. No, I think the first lore I read was like Riven's lore, and I'm like, oh,
What is Riven's lore even
it's
again?
like
She
where she
broke
get-
her sword or something?
he gets exiled for like the murder of something. I don't even know anymore. But like, I remember reading him. Like,
She was exiled from being broken.
I'm like, oh, what's the continuation of this? Where can I find out? And I just like, no, you can't.
That's kind of interesting. Like if they were to make in theory a League novel and continue the lore explanation, it could be really interesting.
I mean,
It has
that's-
to be really done well.
That's what they had with like the journal,
Yeah, the Summoner's Journal. Or
the Journal of
what's it
Justice or whatever it was called. And it was just like how Swain took Noxus. It was just the dumbest thing in the world because it made no sense.
The Journal of Justice is the exact name.
Yeah, that's what I said. Journal of Justice.
That's back when Evelyn and TF were dating,
Ugh.
and the more I miss more is Blitzcrank's Fleshling dating service.
Ugh. That can deliver her into the stun and goodbye.
And that all just deleting.
I can't believe they got that combo again. After like you had so much trouble dealing with it with Immobile Mage in the mid lane the last game.
Well, it's just also that she had no flash on.
Yeah. Zach gonna burn Tom Kench's flash again, defensive flash.
Which is actually really beneficial because it really stops the offensive flashes. He's gonna be eventually. It's gonna be more psychological than aim and cooldown. He's gonna be afraid to flash offensively because he's scared of the repercussions. Kind of like almost like a mind game to an extent. It's like, you know, when you get ganked 4 times in a row and then you're just like, I don't even want to go outside of like underneath my tower ever again.
I'm gonna start this Fire Drake.
Infernal.
Fire.
Sound like Fox from Smash 4. Fire!
Fire.
I am dealing with Cat Drake on my keyboard right now. Now I can see again. The deadliest of Drakes is Cat Drake.
Infernal Dragon, gonna go over UMBC. It's pretty good for them, kind of what they needed, especially after some
Aaron's just sticking up tankiness. He's like, you know what? Gonna get cloth armor, gonna get Bammies. Got chain now. Let's go into Sunfire Cape right away to really deny Poppy's damage.
lame. I want to see Race Car Garen, Yomu's Garen.
Is that kind of like Race Car's? Nice,
oh, it's denying the ult completely, but they're gonna try and deliver Tom Kench here. Not gonna do anything.
A little too slow.
Artendo forced to use the ultimate.
Flash and flash.
Capture missing his shield direction.
That's fine. He meant to aim it that way.
Driver gonna use his flash and ultimate. Gonna get nothing.
He did take away flash from Zaya though, like I mentioned.
The
Big
Zaya.
trouble for Sakari right now. Going back into that Veigar. Not doing enough, but should be able to pick her off. Good
More
sidestepping.
auto.
Not. Almost. That was very good sidestepping, but unfortunately not enough to survive.
ZZ at 280 AP.
I thought you were gonna say IQ. I was very confused.
230 IQ. Well, he could have 230
Like-
IQ.
That should be Veigar's explanation as lore. Out for every 1 IQ, he has 1 more AP. He becomes enlightened.
Are we gonna see a dive onto this turret? No, Poppy just gonna take away Jarvan's jungle camp.
Missing the ult, unfortunately. Frost. Not quite being frosty. Glacial for sure. That's a name. I sometimes totally forget the name of moves.
Have you seen his snow day skin with the glacial fissure? It's, you can send out like Christmas trees.
Oh yeah, and there's like a house at one point now.
Yeah, it's so good.
It reminds me of Veigar's Eve when that skin first came out, like Santa Veigar with like the Christmas lights being the barrier for his box.
This is Poppy and Garen just gonna run by each other.
Kind of like give sub. Don't mind me.
Garen can
Means that-
reveal that blue buff.
Dealing lots of damage to Poppy actually.
Really, with Garen's armor shreds, what he can do when his E is up.
He's the only wet noodle to be somewhat dry.
Meanwhile, bot lane, see a big engage onto the Tom Ken.
Tom Kench running for his life.
5. That thick skin saving him. So taking that regen mastery. Gain a lot of health. We're gonna try and contest this blue. Lacking the HP bars to do it.
Meanwhile, top lane.
But Tom Kench though is trapped.
Massive trouble. Delivery Sursa. Will Thick Skin save him this time? No, unfortunately not. However, Zack's gonna go down and he's separated from his team. There's probably not gonna be able to save him. Nice Lux ult taking out Power Tendo. Zack is in a big trouble. Is he gonna be able to get away? He might.
Jump into the pick and a dodge the Lux stun
Flash.
and the EQ. He's
Zack barely making it away. Skin of his teeth. Well, I don't know what skin thin like the skin of on Zack would be, because he ain't got no teeth.
of his gums.
They do look sharp in the champion pick, to be fair.
So I actually don't. It's kind of weird to say who got the better head in that fight. Like Concordia did get a kill out
I
of
think
it.
it came out fairly even, honestly. I don't think really anyone got ahead.
Yeah.
Per se. Windrake next, nothing super crucial. Might be picked up as kind of a +1 off of a kill or something. If they could take a tower, but they don't have time for another, they might do a +1 with the Windrake, but nothing super important.
Persona getting her Shiv. Veigar up to 272 AP. So still stacking.
That's Seraphs now, too. Or Archangels. He's well on his way to Seraphs. 540 mana of 750.
Yeah, way ahead of Lux, who's only at 360 right now.
And that spikes heavy with Seraphs too.
And Garen opting for the Black Cleaver next. Unless he wants to be real manly and go Triforce, but I think Black Cleaver.
Triforce Garen. Oh man. It's not quirky, man. You don't build Triforce on every build.
Jarvan look going bot lane. Running it down the bot lane. That bush is warded though. You see him.
They might be forced off the tower though. It's very low. Might see a teleport coming in.
Please teleport to that Jarvan stick. Nope.
First time I realized I could do that, I totally did it accidentally and panicked. You can also teleport to Rek'Sai tunnels. A lot of people don't know that.
Thresh Lantern, another thing you teleport to.
Right. The only thing you really can't teleport to that makes sense is the blue trinket ward.
Yeah, I think that's mostly because you can place that so far away. It's like,
yeah, it'd be completely broken.
let me place that 2,000 units away and teleport in.
Next gen XPK is just like place in their base and teleport to it.
The perfect flank.
It teleports behind them, nothing personnel kid.
Let's start off the dragon again.
Really interesting to notice because of that farm advantage we see over on a UMBC side. It's actually, excuse me, it's actually very close gold-wise, even with a 2-kill advantage.
The dragon gonna go down again in favor of UMBC.
Give it a little bit of movement. Might actually be beneficial for Garen now that I think about it. That movement speed is definitely going to be beneficial in catching someone out. Big trouble right now for capture. He might get eaten.
Dodge it.
Big
J4 teleports going in.
Teleport going in from Garen as well. Garen's knocked away by Poppy ults.
Is he gonna delete Jarvan?
Jarvan was very separate. That was very well played by Concordia. We see that really separate that team up. Poppy came in and waited for that teleport to finish at Garen before he could do anything. Meanwhile, the fight continues. Veigar falls. So does Tom. That Rick not getting the stun. Flashing away from the Rick.
Garen actually being so tanky and disruptive in this fight.
One thing to mention is I don't think Garen ulted. No, he did actually. I was gonna say if his ult's still up, it's scary.
He got it on
Big trouble
Veigar.
for Zac. Heal being used. Stun coming out on Poppy. Massive damage there. Bursting both Zac and Poppy off, finally killing them.
That fight lasted so long, Capture actually came back.
It lasted so long I had to take a breath halfway through that sentence.
That was so weird, that interaction with the Lux stun. Used it on Capture, but if you know how like Lux or Braum Shield works, is it resets the center of skill shots.
Does it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So it's super strange. So for example, like Nami Bubble, if it hits Braum Shield, will just explode on impact and pop you up.
Right.
For Lux Q, it actually reset it on impact, so it actually just like went center and then stunned Bartender, who was forced to flash. That's super unfortunate.
When it resets, does it reset the stun count too? So it can in theory stun 3 people?
No, it can't. But it just like resets the hitbox, which is super weird. It makes no sense and should be changed. But Rito games.
I mean, it's one of those interactions too that is not super frequent, right?
So Concordia noticing there that if they want to win fights, ZZ needs to stay alive because Garen just flashed on him there and deleted him.
Right, that's where the Garen is going to come in beneficial.
But
he has Black Cleaver now too, and Null Magic Mantle. Get a little bit of tankiness.
Oh, here we go. Big Veigar stun. Zac.
Braum dying instantly. Meanwhile, They're gonna have to run. Tristana, if she gets another kill, can be a big nuisance with those leaps picked off perfectly by Rake by Zaya.
And now
Lux trying to take down Zach.
Slugs
Zach
here.
trying to get his elastic slingshot off.
Run away, Jello Man.
Poppy kind of being caught off guard. Is she in trouble? She's getting slowed. The snare's gonna come next. Knocks away Garen. Should be safe. Stunning him against the wall. Massive damage coming out with the Rake.
He does so much
really
damage.
well played by Concordia.
He does so much damage.
Poppy's been very good with not ulting away Garen. Every time he teleports, he gets close. She's kind of like, hey, I see you there. Tell me how the view's up there while I knock you back to your tower.
It's pretty much what he's gonna have to do every single fight now, just so Garen
Just shut
doesn't
off
get
Garen.
on. Yeah,
Veigar.
just so Garen doesn't get onto Veigar and just deny them the CC during the
One thing
fight.
to note is Veigar officially has Seraph's Embrace, as does Lux.
Yep.
Veigar, interestingly enough, so scared of Garen and Jarvan, instead of buying Magic Pen boots, he actually chose Ninja Tabbies.
Well, triple AD coming out from UMBC, so kind of.
It will harm him, but not for too long. Eventually, his AP benefits will like kind of outweigh it, but it might have a slight effect as of right now, as you see magic resist items being picked up on red side. For example, Jarvan has bought in Gargoyle Stoneplate, if I remember correctly, it's called.
Yep.
Tom has Aegis of Legion. No AP or magic resist on Tristana to be noted though, nor is there any on Lux.
Tristana just kind of rely on Tom Kench's Saber.
Right. The only
So.
thing she might pick up, I could imagine she might pick up Maw as a later item.
She's alone here though, gonna take half her HP bar and damage. Has red
Very
buff though.
fast too. That was like a blink and you miss it.
Yeah, static shiv on Zaya hurts a
Also
lot.
poking her. Actually hit Tristana there.
Good, because it stops her reach.
Right. Especially with that thing. One thing people don't realize is Zaya's really good at countering Tristana. Because of the passive feathers, you're able to kind of poke out Tristana. Massive damage coming out though. Concordia might be in trouble.
Abyssal Voyage.
Tom Kench teleporting behind. Nice rake, but she's gonna go down. Tristana also has her rocket jump reset now. You'll see them moving slowly towards mid lane, trying to maybe catch off Poppy or Veigar. Poppy might be in trouble. She's kind of getting caught between both teams, but she gets away. Zach, thinking of maybe doing it, realizes it's not a good idea. He's getting poked fast. That's slow from red, allowing Tristana to really stick on him and deal some extra damage.
So very much there. Zaya got a bit overzealous. Took 2 turret shots and then just got
Massive
dropped
damage
immediately.
coming out of Tristana. We see a W. She W's away. Meanwhile, UMBC starting Baron might be a big issue for Concordia. However, Veigar's got his EW that could do a lot of damage and keep them trapped in there. Zaya back up, coming back. Gonna see them take off Baron, kind of give it away. Realize that they can't deal with it. However, Concordia will likely not try to take Baron at this point.
Kind of don't want to be there when Baron shreds your MR. But 500 AP Veigar just running around. They're gonna get this mid-turn in exchange. Dragon is also up.
That's one thing Concordia really has to start doing, is start getting these towers. They're 3 towers behind. Or 2 towers behind, rather, excuse me. But they really have to catch up on the gold. It's only a 2k lead, but that could easily spiral out of control. You really want to start catching up and make it a little bit tougher. Get some spike items. We see again Veigar pick up Abyssal Mask. I'm not sure if he had that previously.
No, he did that Abyssal Mask.
He just did it recently?
He had it for like the last 10 minutes.
Oh.
He might have been.
It's just like silver. I don't warts, I don't see shit.
That dragon being chunked down.
Really fast. Without even a mountain drake, just Jarvan's really good at picking it down. Especially Tristana, that flag giving them both AS is really good. Massive range out there. So I thought they, correct me if I'm wrong, did they not change that rapid fire cannon and static shift do not stack their passives?
They don't stack, but the Ravenous Hunter still healed you.
Because I see the range benefit of Static Shiv, but it seems like it's shocking too still for Rapid. I see the range rather of Rapid, excuse me, but Static seems to still be shocking. Zaya wisely moving away, no need to share that satchel charge.
I'm gonna get stunned.
Not much can be done though. However, remember that that wall does not stop a laser. Tom trapped in, might get some damage on him. Meanwhile, Garen coming in, deleting Concordia. Lots of damage out really fast. We might see Capture Fall 2, ulted away. Veigar is gonna have to relinquish his turret, maybe get some stacks off, but doesn't want to get too close. We're gonna see that UMBC now rotates towards Baron.
Really getting caught in that Lux Q is super devastating.
Especially since Jarvan comes out right afterwards and sticks on you.
Zaya kind of needs a QSS, but she also doesn't want to fall too far behind in damage compared to this Tristana. Baron
So
at 3. They're gonna engage
Veigar
onto
in trouble.
ZZ.
Garen in trouble, but barely taking any damage from Veigar at this point. He's so tanky with those items.
Well, he's gonna die.
And Baron's gonna likely fall. Big advantage right now for red side. 7k gold lead, 3 Drakes to none, including an Infernal, which is really should be duly noted. And just so much AP now and AD off that Baron buff is gonna be really beneficial.
It's gonna hurt that also their wave clear mostly comes from Tristana. Oh well, no, well from Veigar and Zaya. Just these empowered minions might be a little bit difficult to deal with.
Veigar is a lot more behind on his stacks this time around, only at 243 at 27 minutes. A lot more head last game, being fairly effectively shut down.
Also, what happens when you get 16 kills? Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure. But the big thing is that they're able, if you look at the team now and now know why they didn't ban Veigar, they're actually really effective at shutting him down because they could take, if Lux lands that Q for 1 second on Veigar, he's gonna get melted. You see people flashing in, dashing in to get to him. And he has no real tankiness, so he gets picked off real fast. Bot lane being sieged, probably gonna see the tower fall in fact. If you're Concordia right now, Dimmy, what would you be doing? What can they do to get back into this game?
Wait, be patient. They have to kill Tristana somehow, and really the fact that they're just getting chain CC'd by this Lux and getting doesn't really help their cause. Like, maybe the solution is probably just buy QSS at this point and just try and survive.
Baron Asher being very effectively used right now. 2 turrets down as a result. Pretty good net gain.
They're looking for top now.
Very good rotations. You see them all rotating together, none of them sticking out. Vision being planted. You see that their only vision now in the jungle on that side, other than by blue, is now taken out. That cross roads is not effectively seen.
Tomcat's gonna get stunned up against the wall. Glacial Freeze are gonna
damage him out.
Zac gonna get
Big
3.
Zac ult.
Oh, but nobody died. Nobody died.
Arashi got really melted there too. Kind of concerning for him.
He's poppy though. Gonna TP back.
But it's one of those things where it can be panic-inducing as a tank go and seeing your health just drop so fast.
It's kind of unfortunate because they have no real good target to go on. The Taunt Kench kind of denies you if you go onto the squish.
Garen stuns if you try to...
Yeah, Garen removes his CC if you try and go on him. His
One thing to note is that Garen's been, I don't know if you've noticed it, but Garen's been pretty good at also hitting Zac with some, when he's trying to use some of the CC combos.
Yep.
Stop Zac. At one point I think he even stopped the Zac ult. All summoners back up for Concordia.
Definitely at a disadvantage now. 9k gold behind. I'm actually really hungry. I don't know why. Why this is Bubblegum Man run across the rifts is making me hungry. Keep thinking of cotton candy ice cream or something.
Oh man, don't share your hunger with me now.
Dude, cotton candy ice cream. Oh, so good.
Oh, I'm hungry. I feel violated by you making me hungry, controlling my stomach.
One of those 90s, very 90s and early 2000s things, bubblegum candy, bubblegum ice cream and like...
Bubblegum ice cream was the crap. I think they still sell it at some places. It's hard to find though.
Cotton candy ice cream too.
I still go for the OG cookie dough.
The cotton candy Dairy Queen Blizzard, another big fave.
You gotta go for the cookie dough Blizzard, man, the best. No more mom yelling at you to eat raw cookie dough when you can get it legit.
So right now...
Meanwhile, I'm sure Glads are supports are glad they're not reminiscing, because back then they were just like vision bots. It was like, you, run around and play swords, that's all you do.
Concordia kind of just waiting the siege out and just trying to farm up as much as I can.
It's one of these points where you're going, okay, it's not going to be beneficial to Tristana or Lux, but we kind of have to hope to get late game because it will benefit our Veigar, because Veigar just infinitely scales.
Xayah as well. Xayah late game is actually a lot stronger than she turns out to be than you think she would be.
One of those secret hidden kind of late game spikes.
But as of right now, he is 2 items behind.
Yeah, and 2 big items as well. You guys
Yeah.
know, would you be picking up a Last Whisper at this point as Xayah, trying to get some armor shred finally? Or armor pen rather?
I think I just honestly go for the materials. Try and live. Kinda...
You can't deal damage if you're dead.
You can't deal damage if you're dead. Maybe even GA to
Unless
be honest.
you're Karthus. But he's an exception.
Interested to see what he'll pick up after his next back.
Garen just kind of walking around, flexing his muscles, showing off how strong he is.
Because as of right now, their only goal is to really clear these waves. They're not trying to concede any kills. Yeah.
Right, they're not trying to win, they're trying to survive at this moment.
Because Baron is about to spawn.
And you see already, UMBC starting to really go up there and show their muscle and picking off all the wards that Warriors just laid down, but they can't go in. Their tank is bot lane with their tank being kept occupied.
I know
They're
that's...
threatening a bot lane push if Poppy comes up. So basically, their front line that's supposed to stop Jarvan is kind of stuck in the bot lane right now.
And the most important thing, Alas doesn't have teleport. Alas not having teleport and being next to a character that can cancel his teleport with one ability, super unfortunate for him because he's pretty much trapped bot lane.
And while it's vice versa, you can see Garen run away and do it. Like he might be doing right now, maybe considering it. Decides against it perhaps. Kind of see them pushing away from Baron. Seems like Baron might not be taken at this time.
Well, they're still looking.
Yeah, Concordia's gotta be scared though, because this Baron can easily seal the game.
I keep pressing tab and minimizing the scoreboard icon.
In order to find a digestion.
Tristana opting for the material.
One thing to note now is Jarvan picked up a Hex Drinker, so he's probably going to build into Maul, get them armor pen with that magic resist, which will be very beneficial against Veigar. And Lux has 6 on her Magi Soul Stealer, 6 stacks. Nothing too crucial, but a fair bit amount of AP.
And it's pretty strange because even Lux's scoreline isn't the greatest, and she's pretty much behind in every single regard. She's been super frustrating to deal with because the damage coming out from her E and her Qs in teamfights.
And not even necessarily the damage from her, indirect damage. She stuns someone, they're getting hit by all the other team members.
She just bought a Rabadon's death cap, so...
She now does have a lot of damage for sure.
Yeah, they're looking to fight. Lux, 688 AP. Veigar on the flip side, 929. So anyone getting caught by these AP characters...
Yeah, especially since Veigar is basically full bill now, -1.
Very high chance of them being deleted.
Carries.
The box is gonna go down. Weezy's gonna get chunked, but he has Warmog, so he can heal up.
Very fast, too.
How much can Concordia stall this, though? Infernal Dragon also spawned. Or Elder Dragon. Baron being started. Weezy's trying to get in there, but he can't because he's just being zoned off. He's gonna get defeated.
Coming out. Great, quite not many people.
But Garen is gone.
Falling.
Oh, still alive. Gonna Anna.
Is he gonna be? Unfortunately, not enough damage. But Lux being caught off, perhaps gonna fall. Great wall there by.
Oh, not enough damage.
Just saving.
ZZ actually flashing to get the Q off, but the Seraph's gonna eat all that damage. Driving an engage to him.
ZZ in big trouble, probably gonna pop. Red Smite just taking him out of the game. Big Lux ult, this is probably it. We're gonna see a probably...
Alright, trying to bring it back, but he's gonna drop too.
This is probably the end of the game with these timers.
I don't think they can end. I think they're gonna try and do Baron.
And then they'll probably siege, unfortunately, which is gonna be very scary for Concordia. Tristana is a siege god.
Tristana is dead though, so.
For now. Even without buff, she's a siege. So what I'm saying is when everyone's back up, the poke she's gonna be able to provide on those towers
yeah,
is a lot.
Be interesting to see if they try and stall this to get in on Trist? I don't think so.
Seems they're doing the opposite, in fact, they're rushing it down.
Yeah.
Now they might be doing this because they want to get to that Elder Drake pretty fast.
We see Tristana almost gets deleted there, but just the fact that Tahm Kench can eat her and just deny all the damage really hurting Concordia because they can't kill the ADC. They can't kill the only person really negating them from winning this game.
To be fair, there's two. I would say Lux is also a threat, but Tahm could just as easily eat Lux as he can Tristana.
The thing with Lux is that she's super immobile, so she gets deleted. Tristana, on the other hand, just gonna W. But they've spotted Garen.
Big Force slowly back off.
We're just gonna concede this dragon. I have no choice.
Still no Mercurials coming out of Zaya.
DZ is super young, so I guess they're just gonna accept it.
Unless we're gonna see Zach go for the flashy steal. Might be risky though.
Thinking about it, no.
Not too far away from that. They're not falling for that.
Would have been funny if they had a thrash and they're like, nope, come back in the pit.
Drive-by Smite is probably one of my favorite features of this game now with Zaki. Yeah, some thrashes, man.
On this past patch, they buffed Elder and Baron. Oh.
And UMBC has both.
UMBC has both, and this is gonna hurt Concordia's base a lot.
First inhib already falling. You see them rotating bot, perhaps. Big wave accumulating there. Just have to clear it out for them to push the tower.
I honestly see Tom Kench being banned next series. If we see a game 3.
We might also see a Lux ban, believe it or not.
Probably.
Because Lux has been a powerhouse in this current game.
Or I wonder if we'll see a top lane switch up. Concordia does have their substitute top laner, ready to come in at any time and throw up the matchups.
Deal Swapperoo.
Yep.
Zach thinking about leaping in, but deciding against it. Poppy holding her ult out, decides against as well. They're just trying to hold on. We might see Garen teleport top. He might be able to do that and split it up, which would be really scary for Concordia.
Garen just being so tanky. Boss taking so much damage. Deleted.
Down fast.
The Jarvan 2 gonna get deleted on the backside of this.
Surviving even the Veigar ult. D4 did not go down. He has so much survivability right now. That Maw triggered and he just started healing up really fast.
Coupled with a Tom Kenty. So this is gonna be game 2. I'm interested to see if we'll see any adjustments in the draft.
It'll be interesting to talk about the stats rather than the commercial break now.
Yeah. A RIP commercial.
Bad,
Facebook killed our commercial.
We're gonna be sponsored by Charleston Chew.
I wish we were sponsored by food.
Deliver to your house. Don't eat pizza. Feels bad, man.
My lead client, a little broken.